Hey everyone, welcome back to another Anime Kingdom review. See by the title below, yes, this is on episode 7 of Saekano Season 2. And this episode, of course, is pretty much, I enjoyed it because it really gave, like, all the things that, the aftermath of everything that just happened with the release of their game. There's some good things, but of course, there's also still a lot of bad things. But of course, as well, since they had a kind of, that's just how it usually is, since they had kind of a bad ending in the last episode with, pretty much Megumi, she's mad at Tomoya a lot, and we understand why, and we even see in this how much of an effect it shows on Tomoya later on in this episode as well. But you can see that I did not expect it, but it's been 2 months and they still have not, like, pretty much made up. It's still, obviously, that's how much of it, it's affected Megumi. You've seen, like, numerous times that Megumi doesn't get mad. So when it finally does happen, you find out when she holds grudges. She holds grudges. Like, 2 months? Holy crap. I mean, it's a mixture of him not, being too scared to confront her, but when he tries to, of course, it's also, like I said, a mixture of her backing, pretty much ignoring him. Every time he tries to talk to her, she'll be like, oh, there's the warning bell. Oh, just walks out of class before he can even do anything. Oh, he tries to call her. Oh, she doesn't answer. And, you can't even be mad at Megumi because it makes sense. It doesn't, like, why didn't he, it's pretty much he just ignored her and didn't think of her as, when the time came, even though she gave out numerous times in the several episodes before that she is there for him, she's willing to do this, she's just as invested as he is, and to see that it seems like he doesn't even think of her like she didn't really do much or anything. Of course, he knew she worked hard, but in the end, you saw that how emotional he got, how pissed off he was at himself, and how he was crying, that when he ended up playing the game and he notices all these things, like, holy crap, I never noticed that this expression changed like this, the character in the game. And then he noticed after how hard Megumi has been working for literally their whole game. She, like, sure, Uta, she made the story. She did an amazing job, and that's what I loved in this episode as well, that they kind of, go on that maybe, like how Iori said, that his team would have won, but the difference is Utaha and Edidi, they're no longer the same before their game. Like, because of Tomoya, they improved by so much that's why so many people love their game. Their game is making so much, like, they're selling so many copies. Like, they literally just sold like 1,000, I think, at the beginning. They're like, oh, they want more, so they gotta do like 5,000 more or something. It's like, holy crap, that is a lot of copies, and they're still selling them and stuff. And it's cool to see that, yeah, Tomoya has that, that effect on all of the girls and everything. But the problem is, he never notices that, how hard Megumi has been working and how invested she is as well. That's why when, she's been there throughout the whole thing. Whenever Tomoya needs to work on something, whenever there's like a problem with Utaha, there's a problem with Edidi, she was always there. And the moment when, it's this huge decision on if they should continue or not, he didn't even consult her. He didn't even, like she said, she would have, agreed with him on that being the right decision. But the fact is, he never thanked her for all the hard work she did. He never, said, like, oh, really good job, like, oh man, you're doing a lot. If he wanted to, if he said, like, he called her and said, I'm gonna go by myself, it's not because, I don't think you're, he doesn't think of her as he should acknowledge her or anything, but because, she's been working so hard all this time that, this is what he needs to do, kind of thing, and she would understand that. But instead, he just ignores her, and it seems that's why she's affected by it, is because it's kind of like all her hard work, it was like for nothing. Like, he never really, he never really saw what she did, all that hard work that she's been doing. Whenever someone would back out on something or something bad would happen to someone, she was always there. She was always there to lend her, her help and everything, but he never noticed that. And that's why, of course, she ends up being pissed. And of course, as always, we all hate Tomoya because, like, he's literally that just idiotic, dense, oblivious main character that we all know of. This episode did have a lot of funny moments as well, like that instance when he was talking about how, obviously we saw at the beginning, both, you know, Utaha and Eddie were all over him, and his best friend goes on him and starts like, why didn't you tell me? What the heck is this? It's like you're a main character of a harem and everything. I'm like, oh, here's that one part that they always have in these episodes where they kind of throw at, you know, jabs at their anime and everything, and that's completely what he was like going by. And then he was like, man, now I know how it feels to, you know, having the protagonist's best friend being an idiot. And a lot of the times irritate the best friend of the harem protagonist is kind of an irritating idiot. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like when you really think about it. And it was so funny to see that. And that's why I always love when they throw those kind of things in, because it's literally like, yeah, that is how that genre is. Yeah, that is how that would happen in that type of show. And it's funny because that's how their show is a lot of times. So it's like taking jabs at their own show, which it just makes it honestly pretty damn funny. And a lot of times it's on Tomoya. Like in the last episode, of course, it was him being an idiot, being one of the worst main, you know, protagonists. And yeah, that's how he is really. So it was pretty funny. It's always pretty funny to see when they do throw those kind of things in. But yeah, overall, most of the episode, it was kind of, you know, Tomoya still, he's having problems. He's still not, you know, sure, the game was a massive success. One thing I always do enjoy, I have been enjoying, is I really actually do like Iori's character a lot more. It was pretty funny, that scene too, when they're in the coffee shop and he was like giving a Valentine's gift, which of course, you know, was from, you know, Izumi, not him, but the one person working there was just like looking over and over again like, oh my gosh, he's giving him Valentine's Day chocolate. And I was just cracking up because like they're having this conversation, but I'm just looking in the back because she's just like she got customers and she's like whoop, 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 over and over again, or like trying to tap her friend. And I was just cracking up because like I'm trying to concentrate on the story part of what Iori them are talking, their conversation, and you just see that in the background, and I'm just like, oh, how can I not I can't concentrate with that going on in the background because it's literally hilarious. But it's pretty cool because Tomoya has, yeah, he's not only, you know, done a lot and made it so that both, you know, Edidi and of course, you know, Utaha has changed a lot as well themselves and their writing and their, you know, styles, their art and everything. But also he's changed, you know, Izumi, like Izumi is working a lot harder as well. Iori has been changed because of their rivalry. It's pretty cool to see the effect that he has, that of course he doesn't notice and everything, but it was cool to see that kind of stuff. And like I am really, like at first that Iori just seemed like an irritating kind of just, he would just go for whatever seems like, you know, is going to make him the most popular kind of thing, most money kind of thing, and just throws his money around and stuff as well. But I'm actually really enjoying his character. He really does understand a lot of these kind of things. He hit both him and of course Uta is continuously giving Tomoya advice, to which of course it seems to just always go over his head. But hopefully after seeing this episode, after seeing at the end, it looks like he does finally have a clue and stuff. He's not just completely stupid, but who knows, honestly. It always seems in these episodes that he, you know, he starts to figure out something, and then next episode it's like, oh wait, did he not figure it out? Is he just stupid or something? You know, it gets so frustrating, honestly, when whole season, honestly, watching Tomoya. It's like, come on. And everyone was thinking, of course, that, you know, the whole romance comedy is pretty much gone. This is all going to be like drama. This is where the drama really starts. And it was nice to still see that there was some comedy in there instead of just full on drama and just full on, you know, like, I do love drama and I am liking where the story is going and everything, but it's nice to have that comedy feel still in there. It's nice to still see that there are some good, happy moments still in there, but it's also good to see that, you know, all these kind of confrontations that Tomoya has to make, you know, him trying to decide if he's going to continue their whole club, and if he's going to make, you know, they're going to make a new project, a new game and everything. Iori is trying to tell him to do that. Utaha wants to as well, but also there's the whole thing with Edidi and how pretty much she's kind of in a slump again, and, you know, he's kind of just babying her. It makes sense, honestly, with Tomoya, and he doesn't want to, you know, he's stuck between being what you should be in a producer and a director, but also wanting to be a good friend and not wanting to push them. But of course, in the end, it ends up babying Edidi, and you see how she pretty much has not done her work and everything, her stuff. It's been like a month or something for her again, and this time she's like, you know, let's not put any time on it. Let's just, you know, let's just let it go, and when I do it, I'll be able to do it because there's no real they don't really have a deadline this time at least, but still, he's not pushing her anymore, what she needs to do. I really loved, how their relationship between Utaha and Eddie before, it kind of seemed like they hated each other, but you do see that there is respect. We saw that before in the episodes when they showed their kind of flashbacks and everything with Utaha, and you do see that Eddie, Utaha wants to work with Eddie again, and Eddie wants to work with Utaha, but Tomoya is the one that he's the glue that keeps them together. That's what Yori was saying, that he needs to be the one to keep them together. And with Utaha starting to go on a university, but he's scared because he doesn't want her, to pull her away from her work again, her novels and everything, and he doesn't want to hurt Eddie after what happened before, but he needs to make these decisions, he needs to push, and that's what we're probably going to see in these next coming episodes. And hopefully, like I said, he's not just oblivious and just a dense idiot like normal, and hopefully he finally understands these kind of things and starts to, of course, bring everyone back together, because yes, he was the one who started this whole thing, he was the one who brought them all together, and he's literally the glue that keeps them together. So he needs to realize that, and he needs to do what needs to be done to get them to be able to work together again if he really wants this project to continue. And of course, obviously, you saw, like I said, Megumi literally just avoid him throughout the whole episode, not answering his calls, and then of course he finally, texted her the the pretty much specifics on their project. And this is the part I absolutely loved. Come on, like, you cannot say you didn't love it. Like, I don't know why, but it's always so cool when you watch, not even just an anime, but like when you're watching a movie or a TV show, when they say the name of their show or something, it always just like, oh my gosh, they just said it. And right when he deleted, of course, the Blessing Project 2, and made finally the title was, of course, How to Raise a Boring Girlfriend, I was just clapping. I was like, oh my gosh, that is awesome. He finally realizes, of course, how important Megumi is and everything, and because of that, and because of everything she's done, it's kind of pretty much, it looks like it's going to be a story focused on literally her. Really, the last one was, of course, making her into a main heroine. This time it looks like it's literally going to be about her, and I cannot wait to see what these next couple episodes will be. There's, of course, 11 episodes. This is episode 7, so there's 4 more episodes left. I can't wait to see how everything progresses. It's not going to be an uphill, it's going to be an uphill thing. It's not going to be all smooth sailing. Tomoya is going to have to realize more things still yet. There's still some problems. He's still got to fix things with him and Megumi, still got to fix things with him and Eddie, fix things with him and Uta, and I cannot wait to see in these next episodes how everything hopefully works out, and I can't wait to see how the ending of the entire season goes as well. I did go ahead and read in the forums that people still kind of mad that it is being rushed, but you can't help it sometimes. That's just how animes are. A lot of times, like someone said in the forums, and it doesn't make sense, a lot of times animes are more of propaganda for you to, like, advertisement for you to go ahead and read the source material instead of just them making a full-blown animated of everything. And it is unfortunate on that part. I really do hate that, but still, I am enjoying the series so far. I'm still enjoying, and thought this episode was okay for what it was. Sure, like I said, I'm an anime watcher only, so I don't really know the specifics of everything that was taken out, but yeah, I don't know. We just have to wait and see how these next couple episodes go. I'm definitely enjoying it and can't wait to see the next one. So, yep, that's all I got to say, guys. Hope you enjoyed this Anime Kingdom review. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below. If there's anything you want to talk about, comment below as well. If you did enjoy it, feel like. If you haven't already, feel free to subscribe for more content. And as always, guys, I want to hear your guys' thoughts. How did you feel about this episode, Anime Watchers Only? Did you enjoy it like I did? Did you hate certain things about it? Feel free to comment below your thoughts, good or bad. And as always, I want to know, source material readers, how did you feel about this? I know I saw that some people in the forums did say it was rushed. Do you agree with that? Do you think that, do you agree with my sentiment of saying that, it's pretty much just that's just how a lot of animes are, and just it ends up being more of an advertisement for the source material? And just put your thoughts on the episode, good or bad, whatever you want to say as well, down in the comments so we can have a discussion. I always like to discuss with you guys how you guys felt about the episode, since you heard how I felt, because it's always just cool to see that different side of the coin kind of thing. And remember, as always, do not put spoilers, and if you do the whole thing with the read more, spoilers below kind of thing, so no anime watchers like myself get spoiled. But yeah, that's all I gotta say, guys. Hope you enjoyed, and until next time, see ya.